These are the answers to 3.2 day 1 through 17. Okay, so we notice here, you guys are good at these. This is going to go down 3 and to the right 4. So you can see that went down 3 and right 4, so number 1 is B. Number 2 goes up 3, right 4, and opens down. So, okay, so we got A. This one goes down 3 and to the left 4, still opens up. That's D. And up 3 to the right 4 and opens down. C. Okay, number 5, we have this equation. We want to put it in the vertex form, so we got to use the completing the square method. So first thing I'm going to do is add the 15 to the other side. And then we got to complete the square. Half of negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. So what I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I have p of x plus 16 if I add those together. And if I factor this, this would be x minus 1 times x minus 1, which is x minus 1 squared. Last step is to bring that 16 back over. So there we have it in vertex form. So the vertex, if we graph it, we know it goes down negative 16 and to the right 1. So I know my vertex is at 1, negative 16. And it opens up. Okay, number 6. X squared plus 2x minus 15. So we're just going to do this quite a few times here. Just make sure you get really good at it. So we're going to add the 15 over. Once again, complete the square. Okay, so the only difference between this one and this one is this plus, right? Anyway, so plus 1 plus 1. This would be x plus 1 quantity squared, x plus 1 times x plus 1 factored. And subtract 16. So the only difference here is that instead of plus 1, it's over here at minus 1. So negative 1, negative 16 is my vertex. Number 7. Okay, there's our question number 7. So I want to divide by negative 1. Remember, I always want to get the x squared by itself first. Okay, no number in front of it. Okay, take that over. Okay, so then we got to figure out what completes the square. So half of 3 is 1.5, and 1.5 squared is 2.25. You could also put that as a fraction if you'd want. So p of x over negative 1 plus 12.25. And this here would factor to be x plus 1.5 squared. Remember, it's always half of that. Okay, then we just got to undo it, what we did on this side. Subtract that over and multiply by negative 1 to get p of x. So the negative right there, and multiply by a negative there. Okay, so if we think about the graph of this, we know it went up 12.25, and it went left there 1.5. So my vertex would be at 1.5, negative 1.5, and 12.25. And we know it since it's negative, it opens down. Okay, number 8. Okay, once again, pretty similar. Okay, divide by negative 1. Add the 10 over. half of this would be negative 1.5, and squared is once again 2.25. Be x minus 1.5 now instead of plus like over there. Okay, undoing it. So you subtract that over and multiply by negative 1. So it'll be a plus there. Okay, so we know it's up here, it went up 12.25, and over here 1.5, and it's negative, so it opens down. So 1.5 and 12.25 is that vertex. Number 9. Okay, so it's already in the right form for us. All we got to do is complete the square. So half of this would be negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9, so add 9 to both sides. And this factored out would be x minus 3 times x minus 3. And subtract that 9 over. Okay, so if I graph this then, I know it goes down 9, and it goes to the right 3. So there's my vertex at 3, negative 9. And it opens up. Number 10. Okay, once again, it's in the right form for us. So we're just ready to complete the square. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. If you factor this, x plus 2 times x plus 2. And subtract your 4 over. So we know our vertex goes down 4, and it goes to the left 2. So there's my vertex, negative 2, 4, negative 4. And we know that it's positive, so it opens up. Number 11. Okay, so first thing we got to do is divide everything by 2. Okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to bring that 12 over. Okay, and half of negative 1 would be negative 0.5, and negative 0.5 squared is 0.25, or 1/4. This would be x minus 0.5, quantity squared. Remember, it's always half of that. And then we just undo it. And then we multiply by 2. Okay, so we multiply by 2. 12.25 times 2 would be what, 20? That'd be 24.5. Okay, so if we graph this, we know it goes down negative 24.5. We know it goes to the right 0.5. So my vertex is 0.5 and negative 24.5. And I know it's stretching, so it'd be a little bit skinnier. Okay, number 12. Okay, so divide everything by 3. Okay, now we're ready to add that 2 to this side. Okay, complete the square. Half of 1 is a half. A half squared is 20.25. And if I factor this, that'd be x plus 0.5 squared. Okay, undoing it. Subtract that over to this side. I'm going to multiply everything by 3. So we have 3 times this. So you can see it's a stretch there. And if I take 2.25 and multiply it by 3, I get 6.75. Okay, so I know it goes down 6.75, and it goes to the left 0.5, so that's my vertex there. And 3 makes it a stretch, so it'd be kind of skinny. Okay, number 13. Okay, so it divide everything by -2. Gives you x squared minus 3x. Now I'm ready to complete the square. Half of this would be 1.5, and 1.5 squared is 2.25. Okay, take this and factor it. It'd be x minus 1.5. Okay, undoing it. Okay, and undoing this yet, multiplying everything by -2. So if I take that and I multiply it by -2, I get a positive 4.5. Okay, so I know it goes up 4.5, and it goes this way 1.5, so there's my vertex. 1.5 and 4.5, and -2, so it's going to be a stretch, and it's also going to be negative. Okay, I'm going to switch the assignment a little bit here from what I originally was going to do 15. I'm going to skip the last couple. Okay, so here's 15. First step, divide it all by 3. Get rid of that 2. half of 1 is a half. Squared is 0.25. This would be x plus 0.5 squared. Undoing it. Subtract the 2.25 from both sides and multiply it all by 3. And 2.25 times 3 gives us 6.75. I know it's down here at -6.75 and over here at 0.5. So -0.5 and -6.75 is my vertex, and it opens up. It's probably skinnier than that because of the 3 though, stretch. Okay, that's the homework.